Good evening, guys, and welcome to my favourite time of the week. And hopefully, you will enjoy the ride too, as we are back after the new year, back after the Christmas break. I hope that you all had a really good time, and the new year is going to bring you all that you hoped for, all the success that you want, guys. And I hope that there's a few of you here. If not, don't worry about it. We'll just carry on as if we've got loads of people here, because we might have a busy little program today. And one of the things that I do want to look at today is this just to spend some time going over this comparison chart and what we can actually do with that. I mean, there's certain things that I do with it already, but what else can we do with this, and why is this so valuable? And even if we just look at the corresponding goalkeepers, immediately you can see that the aerial reach of our goalkeepers is absolutely terrible. To be only 10 is absolutely dreadful. You'd expect that a good goalkeeper would have over 14, between 14 and 15. And so our goalkeeper's aerial reach is pretty appalling overall. And even things like one-on-ones is pretty bad. Our handling and reflexes are not bad. In fact, the goalkeeping area is pretty poor. Now, whilst it may look like then that who is this Colchester have a good bunch of goalkeepers, they're actually not that good either. And in fact, the distribution is appalling. The kicking is 11. The reflexes that they have are just 10. So whilst it looks like Colchester have a bunch of better goalkeepers than us, if we look at things like their one-on-ones and their reflexes, they are absolutely dreadful. And that might tell me that if the going is getting a little bit tough in this game, maybe we need to be switching that on. Because if their reflexes and their handling is poor, and we're not creating enough, then why not start peppering their goal? Their reflexes are very, very poor, and their one-on-ones are really poor. And so why not start really having a go at them? The distribution is horrible, so we should be trying to put pressure on the goalkeeper. So we want to take a look at this little chart and see what more we can do with that. So that's one of the things that we're probably going to do today. Interestingly, that we are predicted to lose this match. Colchester are in 8th, and we have to go back and we have to remember that we are not supposed to be where we are. And although we've now risen to 12th, we're 20-1 to finish in 12th. Originally, if you remember, we were, I think, 16 or 17th. And being where we are, I don't know why we are where we are. Pretty much down to... Hi, Andy. How are you doing, my friend? Happy New Year to you. Your internet broke last Friday. Oh, my God. It's not fixed. Oh, God. Oh, my good gosh. What? Yeah, I mean, I know what the internet's like, Andy. I've had problems with the internet, as you know myself. Sometimes there's nothing much you can do, though. But at least you know you're going to get it fixed tomorrow. Happy New Year to you, my friend. And let's hope it's a really good year. But yeah, I think a lot of it is down to the way that we've set this tactic up. And because we are not just basically not, if you can't do it, don't do it. And things like counter-pressing, counter-attacking, we can't do it, so we're not doing it. And we're just like got a control possession type thing going on, because the only thing that we can do, we recognised, was pass. So maybe that is why we are where we are. But we are predicted to lose this game again in the cup against Colchester, which is why I'm actually just thinking that what we should be doing, because of the goalkeepers, is putting pressure on the goalkeeper and pressing him. And what I'm actually going to do, I think, is ask the We can't do it, can we? I wanted to actually get him on the goalkeeper, but we can't do it. I was going to ask him to go and type mark the goalkeeper, but unfortunately we can't do that. This is a little bit odd where we can't do that. But I do want the pressing forward to be on this goalkeeper, and so I want him high up the pitch. I'm thinking about making him an advanced forward, and then he's a little bit higher up the pitch, and getting him to somehow we can get him to trigger press more often. But I'm going to leave him as a pressing forward. I think he plays better as a pressing forward. Well, I don't know. I might change my mind. Who knows yet? Hey, Itamio. I'm doing very, very well. How are you doing? And a very happy new year to you. And thanks for your support on the channel. So yeah, I don't know if we should alter anything in particular. I do want to have a look at this little chart that we have here. They are a very good team. They're just not playing very well at the moment. And in terms of their defense, I want to have a look at their attack. What can hurt us? What have they got that can hurt us? Their finishing is poor. Their long shots are poor. They're not really going to hurt us that much. Pace, they don't have great pace up front, although it looks like they are better than us. This is, remember, our attack against theirs. Our finishing is better than theirs. And it looks to me like jumping reach, they have 11.4. But if we have a look at our defense jumping reach, then we could have a problem here because we only have 9.69. So we need to make sure that they're not crossing. We need to stop them crossing, because we're going to have an issue at the back with jumping reach. Their forwards are a little better. In terms of their dribbling and things that might cause us a few problems, they don't dribble very well, and that couple that with their agility, they're not great in terms of their ability to dribble. If we look at our defensive ability, our tackling is better than their dribbling. We don't mark very well, but we tackle okay, and our positioning is not bad. And our pace will match their forwards as well. So I don't think they have huge. If we have a look at their midfield and their passing ability, their passing is 9.78. Their passing is terrible, so they're not going to create huge problems for us in terms of their attack. What I do think about them is that they are going to, I think they're going to like sit back. It's going to be one of those games. Hi, Lewis. How are you doing? Good to see you. I'm just like trying to figure out how to play against Colchester at the moment. And like they don't really have much to offer up front. Ben, Happy New Year to you, my friend. Good to see you. And they're going to sit back, aren't they, and just try and get me on the break. But they are very, very tired, but that doesn't mean anything, because I just keep losing to teams who are exhausted, and I don't know why. But for now, I think I just want to put pressure on them. I am going to counter-press them for... am I going to counter-press them? Is that what they want me to do? They're going to sit back and expect me to do that and drag me forward and catch me on the break. So no, I'm not going to counter press them. I'm going to trigger press them, and we'll leave off the counter press and try and drag them out a bit. So we'll just go with this for now. We'll make some changes as and when. As I said, the board are not very optimistic, and the fans are not very optimistic. And I don't know why. And in fact, my assistant is telling me to use a low block. And again, he's thinking we got to pull them out to create space. But it's early days yet. We won't do that yet. We'll be dipping in and out. Yeah, you and Andy as well, Ben, because of the... Andy's got a bit of an internet nightmare. And so you and Andy, Ben, are going to be popping in and out, I think. But it's just good to know you're still here, Ben. Always a pleasure to sit and talk to you of an evening. And I do enjoy these. You know, I really love doing these. So in terms of what we're going to do, I'm looking at how tired they are. I don't think they're going to be much of a threat. But then I've said that before and lost games. So all teams you have to take very, very seriously. He's 6'1". We don't know much about him either. This is going to be one of these games where we're not told much about the opposition. He has a weak left foot, so we want to turn him onto his left foot. It's very, very... Is it his left foot? Yeah, he's got a weak left foot. He's playing out of position. They're playing a lot of players out of position, and he's got a weak left foot, so we'll turn him onto his left foot as well. Maybe a lot of weak left foots in this team. Oh, absolutely. Someone's got to keep an eye on me, Ben. Absolutely right to do that. Yep. And then Chilvers. Where is their creativity coming from? I mean, what I was just seeing in the charts is absolutely quite right, because there's no creativity at all in this team. He has a long shot. I'm going to close him down and turn him onto his left foot. He might be the most dangerous person that they have, so we'll just close him down. Was it Mingy? No, it wasn't Mingy, was it? So he's just on his left foot. So this geezer, we're going to close him down and left foot. Here's a reasonable left foot. And then up front, none of them are wanderers. It looks to me like one of them will be playing as an advanced forward. I think maybe we've got 2 advanced forwards there, or 2 complete forwards. I don't know, it's interesting. I don't think they're probably good enough to play as complete forwards. But again, they certainly don't look like much of a threat to me. He's got a weak right foot. So we will tight mark him and turn him onto his right foot. Let's just take him out of the game. And then the other geezer, they really don't look like they've got much in terms of... He's got a lot of strength. He's 6'2". He's probably decent in the air. His heading ability isn't great. I'm just going to turn him onto his right foot. Don't want to get too close to him because of his aerial ability. And we don't, as we know, have huge centre-backs. I've made a couple of changes myself. Cameron's coming in for a game. Aline has been dropped to the bench. And we brought Bowden back in, and McGoldrick has come back in for a game. Balanced. Yeah, let's go for it to start. I don't want to give an early goal away. I'm very anxious not to give an early goal away. And we got the sound on as well, haven't we? So let's turn the sound off. That's because I was playing the Hiroshima save, the journeyman save earlier. And that's done. I kind of want to maybe put it on. I think I want to win this game. I think we need to start with a win, and I think we do need to show everybody that we are a good team, that this is not a fluke. And I think I would like to win this. I'm just going to click it onto extended for a little while. And it is going to be Colchester. And that's okay. They have actually had the first 2 shots on goal, which is not okay, really. We need to be doing better than that, but we do have a throw. So let's take advantage of this. Nice. Good turn. Nice. Oh, it's hit the post. It's going to be one of those games. And this is one of those FM games where... It's going to go to penalties. Is it cup games have a habit of going to penalties, don't they? And is this going to penalties? I forgot that I should have done some penalty training in the week, and I should have put penalty takers on my bench, but I've forgotten to do that. But of course it is a cup game. It is the FA Cup though, so I think it might go to a replay if it's a draw. Hopefully, if it's a draw, it'll go to a replay. But at the moment we're starting to dominate, which is good. And we just need to keep control, keep the ball. And if we play short passing like we're doing, we will pull them out. And that's what we want to do. And if we can find space... Oh, lordy, we're not going to make this shots off target a Langstaff masterclass. Maybe. He hasn't been in very good form. He needs to be doing better. I think now I'm going to up it to positive before half-time. They're actually not as tired as I thought they would look at this stage. But we are not doing very well. We've got to do a lot better. I do worry about set pieces. Of all my goals, and I don't concede many, a lot of goals scored against me come from set pieces. And talking of Langstaff masterclasses, here he goes. And unusual this, because we're not supposed to be great counters. That's a beautiful pass, and that was poor. That was really poor. Pull it down. Take it out of the air. Oh, my Lord. But we're actually looking like we are the better team, just about. And Coroness is looking a bit tired. Have to keep an eye on him. And at the moment, there's very little between the teams. I think we've just slightly edged it. Oh, we've got to not lose the ball. We build this tactic, this shape, on not losing the ball in midfield, being able to put our foot in and control the ball in midfield, and we can't afford to be doing that, because losing the ball in midfield leaves us very, very vulnerable at the back like this. Once it happens, we are very vulnerable at the back, and these guys are in this team because they don't lose the ball in midfield, because they can tackle and they can put pressure on people. But that was poor, and overall I think it is very, very poor. There's a number of players who are not actually playing very well at the moment, and I don't want to start with a defeat. And what can I do to make this a little better? Pull the line up, I think, possibly push the line up, and I think we'll counter press them, start putting a little bit more pressure on them, and we don't need to time waste now. Let's just try and put some more pressure on them. Maybe I'm going to run at them a little bit more, but I don't think I need to do. Corness is looking very tired. I have to keep an eye on Corness. And let's send them out with a couple of different things to think about. Maybe we do need to run at them a little bit. Come off the dribble less. We're not very good dribblers, as you can see. And I always lose the ball on the right wing. I think that's just the game telling me we're not a very good dribbling team, because we always... And we have scored! Yes! And it's Ogwyn from full back who's popped up, and we have made it 1-0, and that's exactly what I wanted. Just changing things a little bit. Although it's a set piece, it's changed the mentality of the team. It's changed the way we're doing things. And they are very, very tired. They're starting to look very, very tired. I have a couple of tired players as well, which is quite strange. We should be very fit. They should be rested. And can we make it 2? Let's make it 2, boys. I'm just wondering if I should up the tempo, bring on some subs, up the tempo, and run them around a little bit as well. when we're ready to bring subs on, I think I will up the tempo. If they're getting tired, like they are, then if we up the tempo, we'll just hopefully stretch them, run them around a little bit. I'm going to go and make some subs now. But at the moment, it's going well. Ish. Ogwyn is tired, even though he's having a good game. He is tired, so we will bring him off. Brindley is not a wing back, so I'm going to put him as a full back on support. Just bring him a little bit deeper. And then Corness is tired. I got Bostock who can come on for Corness, and we will switch Bowden and Bostock over. We have Bowden, though, is not playing very well. Maybe the change of role, and it might be to do with his yellow card. We'll ask him to ease off the tackles, I think. Because if he's not playing well, he's liable to do something stupid. And then the main is not playing really well. Langstaff, the Langstaff masterclass didn't work out. I'm going to bring Forson on for McGoldrick. And Jody Jones is actually quite tired as well, isn't he? Well, we'll leave it at that for now. And so, yeah, it's not been a Langstaff masterclass, unfortunately. He's a strange player. He'll go and score a hat-trick one day, and then you won't see him for 4 games. You'll just be like, I can't be bothered anymore. And so we do have Jody Jones is extremely tired now, and I need to do something about that. Forson can go here, and then Marias can come in. And Nemain is having a bad game. And so is Bowden, but we'll leave them for now. There's still 15-20 minutes left. And I don't want to weaken the team too much. But maybe I'll have a shout at Nemain and Bowden to get their act together. But whew, that was Nemain. I thought he was going to do it. Let's give him a shout. And tell him, let's demand more, and we'll do the same with Bowden. Try and get some more, a little bonus point out of them. But at the moment, we are dominating the game. And I think I am going to up the tempo in a little bit. Just put pressure on them a little bit more. Run them around. But I don't know, because at the moment we're passing the ball quite nicely, keeping the ball quite nicely. We've got another chance. Oh, come on, boys. How many chances do we need? Ah, boy, oh boy. It's one of those cup games, isn't it? And it's not over till the fat lady sings, and I can't hear any warming up at the moment. And we need this second goal. As a breakaway. Go on, Bostock, go on. That's a lovely pass. Into the box. Chance. No. Still no. Come on. Let's win this ball. I mean, win it in midfield. See, here's the breakout. Oh, come on, boys. Nicely done. Nicely done. I am going to up the tempo a little bit. I'm going to try and run them around. And see if that... only in terms of Langstaff it's a jinx, but these cup games are like a lottery. You never know how these cup games are going to go. I have very tired players here now. Randall can come on. The main wasn't playing very well anyway. And you just never know how these cup games are going to go. And like even in there'll be a last minute equaliser which I'm really scared of at the moment, but I don't want to invite them on. I just want to keep pressurising them, because if I invite them on, for sure they'll score. Come on, Forson, you got this. Oh, another one blazed over the bar. Oh, I hate the cup. In FM, I hate the cup. Oh boy. Come on, let's get off to a winning start, boys. We've got Reading coming up in this episode as well. I'd like morale to be good. And there's just a couple of minutes to go now. I'm going to go back to key highlights now, because there's nothing I can do now. And we just need to just hang on now. Just wondering if at this point I should try to see the game out, or whether I should keep up this aggressive approach. So I just always think that they're going to equalise. Always. And what a chance they've got. This is it. There it is. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. This is FM for you. They have not been in the game, and we've let them back in. And that is so FM. And I've been saying it all along. One is not enough, and they'll equalise right at the end, and they have. That is so FM. And I think I've been playing this game for way too long, because you can just call it. After a while, you can just call it. You know what is going to happen. There's going to be one more highlight, is there? What an absolute farce. What a farce. Come on, we're going to take the ball off him. Well done. That's better. That's what we should be doing. Taking the ball off them. Oh, is it Langstaff at the death? He hit the outside of the post. It's going to be a replay, is it? Oh, what an absolute farce. Oh, boy. That's FM. They were never in that game. They never had a highlight. They were never in it. And I don't know what I didn't do, but FM didn't like what I didn't do, and decided they're going to equalise the second or third minute of time added on. FM told me there was something I needed you to do, and you didn't do it, so we're going to punish you. And that is horrible. That's FM. There's nothing you can do about that. It's just like, and our poor run goes on. I don't know about that, F. I think when that happens, F, I think it's something that you don't do. And I don't think the game is that nasty, that knows who you are, knows where you live, and like knows you're a real rat to all your friends and all that. And like, I don't think the game knows all that. It can't possibly. Well, maybe it does, because sometimes I think it listens to me. But there is something that you are supposed to do during the second half of that game. You're 1-0 up, 10 minutes to go. There is something you're supposed to do. And if you don't do it, it punishes you. And I'm absolutely convinced of that. And whatever it was I was supposed to do, I didn't do it, and so it punished me. And that's how the game operates. If you miss what you're supposed to do. Probably something really simple. So that they're not going to make it that difficult for me yet, that it's going to be almost impossible to work out. But I missed something. And it told me, right, you missed that, so we're going to punish you now. That's how the game works. And I missed it and got punished. And it's always a worry when, if we look at the stats for that, like, I don't know what our shots on target, we actually did really well. We got 50% shots on target. Their shots on target ratio was dreadful, which I pay more attention to than XG. They're not going to score if they don't get shots on target, neither are we. But we got 50% on target, so somewhere along the line, somebody had a very, very good game. Probably their goalkeeper. So really, I don't know what happened there. But no point in dwelling on it now. Need to rest these players. I wanted to get off to a really good start though, but it's not to be. And it might be that I reverted and started playing the team doing things that they couldn't do. By putting more of a press on them, I'm asking them to do something that they just can't do. And that's why the game punished me. And when I upgraded the tempo, my team can't pass that well. They're not great passers of the ball. We've seen they've only got like 9.75 passing. So if I ask them to zip the ball around the field, they can't do it. So maybe it's things like that the game makes you panic. You're 1-0 up and it makes you panic. I've got to do something here. I've got to slow the game down. I've got to speed the game up. When in actual fact, all you've got to do is just do nothing because you're winning. And it's, people say, oh, I've been FM'd, all this stuff. But no, you haven't. You've just messed it up yourself. And that's unfortunately how the game is. We've got 2 players in the November Player of the Month here. That's pretty cool. One of them's Nemain, who was absolutely shocking in that last game. Oh, don't dedicate it to me. Just do your stuff on the pitch. You were absolutely awful. Got Forsen on as the young player of the month. I'm very indebted to my director of football. Who is my director of football? He is Richard Montague. He's rubbish on paper. He's negotiating 12. Player ability 10 and 10. He's absolute, but he brought in some absolutely fabulous loans, including Kwanzaa, who is currently starting in the Liverpool team in real life. So it's like a stunning series of loans he brought in. And so I think the next season I might just let him do that again. See what loans he can bring in for me. He's did an absolutely fabulous job. Certainly not going to be able to afford to buy them. We are still untouchable, are we? It's interesting that in this one, in the Hiroshima save, they told me that they're very pleased with the style of play that we're playing, and especially the amount of goals that we're scoring. But then as an aside, however, we're very disappointed with the number of goals that are scored using this method. And then when you go to have a look at this, we are the best in terms of goals conceded. So, like, what do you want? I know we'd like to have every game as a clean sheet, but it's not possible. Be happy with the fact that we are the best defensive team in the league. Why can't you just be happy? Which is kind of strange. I found that very strange. Fleetwood. Oh, boy. A mid-table team. Again, they cross the ball quite well. Good work, great. They do have a little bit of pace. Marking is not good. Anticipation's not good. Where's their positioning? Can I see positioning here? Goalkeeper's reflexes are not good. Marking, maybe you need to have boys playing in there who've got good off the ball. So let's have a look at my mentals. And Langstaff, Nemain, McGoldrick. They're pretty much the players that we play anyway. So I don't see them again as being... But what I do really need to do is just to be sensible. Because we're doing something wrong, and I just want to go back to how we set this up. This is based on what we can and can't do. We'll go back to that and see what happens as a result. We do need to bring in bring back Elaine. Quonset is suspended. Matt Penny is very tired. But we're struggling for left backs, aren't we? Chickson could play. Haven't seen Chickson for a while. I think he probably needs to be sold. Corness is tired. What we could do probably is bring in Bostock. Give Corness a rest. And probably play Palmer. Palmer probably could do with a game. He will be fresh. So we put Palmer in here. And then Bostock can come on. Maybe go the other way around. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Nemain, do I trust him? He's got good off the ball. That will be useful. McGoldrick, good off the ball. They are quite fit here. Jody Jones maybe and Langstaff, but we'll go with that. We do need to find another centre-back here. For Quonset, who is suspended. We will bring Penny onto the bench. Where's my other centre defenders? Baldwin or Bajami? Let's give Bajami a little seat on the bench there, just in case. And that's what we'll go with. I don't think Fleetwood are that much of a good team. Welcome back, Andy. You didn't miss much. It's just a 1-1 draw at the end of the day. I don't want to go to recruitment meetings. I haven't got any money, so it's pointless. And I really need to win this game. We did treat ourselves to a nice pie or two over Christmas, Andy, for sure. You know I like a nice pie. So, do we want to have a look at the draw? Now we'll skip the draw. It's probably going to take too long. And we'll find out who we're going to play in a minute. This game is Fleetwood. Play Ipswich. But we've got to beat Colchester first. This game against Fleetwood, is that? Oh, it is the Papa John's thingy, which is now the Bristow Street. So yeah, I do want to rotate this team because I really want to be out of that competition. And Gibbons still out, going to be out for another few weeks. So let's. I really don't want to. Wants to push higher up now. I'm not going to Bostock can ease off the tackles. I don't want to push higher up at the beginning. Maybe I will play in a positive way. We are the home team, so maybe we'll play positive and try and get a result here. I mean, I'm torn. I really don't care about this competition, but I don't want to lose another game. I guess we have to come on, G them up a little bit, but I don't want to lose another game. And yeah, I really don't want to be in this competition. It just clogs up the fixtures. And we just take your time, boys. Take your time. And that's like not taking your time. He's a big boy. He must be quite tall, that boy. He looks huge compared to my winger here. He looks huge. That is David and Goliath, that is. But that's good stuff. Get stuck in. Langstaff getting stuck in there. Oh, boy. We are losing this game, aren't we? Oh, come on. We are losing this game What are we doing wrong here? Is it the line? Are we giving them too much space? Here's my assistant right, but they are actually hammering us. Maybe we are giving them too much space. Let's push it up a little bit. Let's push the line up and see what happens. See if we come back into this game. Oh, they're not as good a team as us. And yet, I don't know, we're having a bad time at the moment. I suppose the idea now would be just don't lose games. If you find yourself going into a bad run, just don't lose games. Let's come back to a balanced. I just don't want to lose. Defend well. Come on, come on. Oh, they just like... They look terrible. Yeah, that was coming. They look absolutely dreadful. They've absolutely annihilated us. Absolutely taken us to the cleaners. But then I didn't want to win this game, so it doesn't matter. We look so slow. Nobody's marking. This is an absolute nightmare. Oh, I tell you what I didn't do. I didn't do any opposition instructions, did I? That's probably it. Talking away there. I forgot. I'll have to ask my assistant to do it. I forgot to do the opposition instructions. So that's probably my fault. And now we've got to go attacking. I have to go attacking. We've got to get this goal back. Where are we in terms of the table? It's not telling me. Unless we've got past that stage and this is like the knockout stage now. Oh, this is so infuriating. Oh, so annoying when this happens in FM. What am I going to do? What can I do? Okay, so let's go. If I tell them we have to be better in front of goal, and we're not actually getting any shots on target or any shots on goal at all, let's up the tempo. And let's counter press them. I can't think of anything else that I can do. Look at this. Absolute Langstaff. See, he just disappears. 6.3. Jody Jones, 6.3. They've got to come off. They'll never recover from that. Marias can play up top. And Randall can come on there. Everybody's having a bad game today. Everyone. Defenders... Defensive performance unacceptable. I'm furious with everybody else. Absolutely furious with them. I don't know exactly how I can do this. Sometimes you just got to accept it. Bad runs are bad runs. And I didn't want one tonight. First day back. But maybe... We've been overperforming. It's time, probably. And they are just absolutely shocking. And it doesn't look like we're going to get back into this at all. Let's make some changes. Look at this. It's horrid. All these 6.4s, 6.5, even the players who've come on, well, I can't do anything else. It's just not my fault. And Brindley. Absolutely nothing I can do. If in this situation, there is nothing I can do. This is the game just deciding toys out of pram time. And you have to ride these out. And it's going to be Fleetwood again. They're not as good as us. We are much better in terms of being a football team. And it's just the game. It's like, it's not our time. Yeah, everything that we are doing is going wrong, isn't it? And maybe it is that I can't, if I ask them to pass it around at a higher tempo, they can't do it. And maybe it is my fault. So we'll slow it down again. Something, there must be something I can do. It's just, what can I do? What can I do, guys? There must be something. I don't even know why, because playing in key highlights, I can't see why it's going wrong. It's kind of been an even game all over the pitch. We've dominated possession, which we should do. We've just been outplayed, outthought by a poorer team. And that always happens to me. It's like, I hate playing against teams we are much better than. Reading, I'll relish because we could beat Reading. And we were not good enough. I'm sorry, you're going to be getting a rollicking. So we're out of that trophy. And what's even worse is morale is going to plummet here. And I don't know. What can I do, guys? How can I stop this? The idea would normally be make sure you don't lose your next game. But our defending has suddenly become atrocious. Is it rotation time? But I don't have any other defenders than the ones that I have. I only have 3 first-team defenders. And none of them are playing very well. So that's that. I have to win this game now. We have to win this. Because Reading are like Stockport from last year. Like, they seem unstoppable. Remember Stockport last season? They seemed unstoppable. And they were like 8 points clear at one stage, but we pegged them back at the end. Reading are like that. We've got to stop them being last year's Stockport. So we need to win this, even if it's just for morale's sake. And I'm really not sure what to do. I'm really not sure how to deal with this. Any ideas? What would you guys do? Looking at it, they're not totally destroyed, but it's going to start going down. Morale is going to start going down. I've just had this with Hiroshima. I went into an awful phase with Hiroshima, and I put in the second team. And the second team went and won 3-0. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's time to do that here. To just say we've got to rotate. These players might be tired. Maybe we've got to rotate and put the second team in, same as I did at Hiroshima. I really don't know what to do. I really don't know. When is the next game? A few days. Maybe I should experiment. Because at the moment this team is looking really poor. And they don't look like they can win anything. You're telling me that you want me to offer him a contract, but I ain't got any money. If he goes, he goes. There's no money to be handing contracts out. let's do what he says. Let's first off try what he says. I can't play these boys that way. If what he does doesn't work, then we're going to have to maybe rest all these players. Marius, Palmer, Kedwin Scott, Baldwin, Forson. Yeah, that's a good bench. But I want to play Forson instead of McGoldrick. And the reason why my assistant keeps doing this, Bowden and Corness. Corness is on loan from Liverpool, I believe. Can't remember now. Yeah, he's on loan from Liverpool, and Klopp has already told me he has to play as a DLP. He's good enough. He's an excellent player. But my assistant wants me to play him out of position, and I can't. And the game needs to sort that out. I'm not allowed, so stop telling me to do it. Ah, boy. If this is like part of the real life experience, I can't tell my assistant, pull him to one side and say, look, you idiot, we can't play him as the centre mid. That needs to be sorted out. There's so many little things that they don't do very well in FM, which have an effect on the experience. And all of these have been told off in the past before, apart from him. So I don't want to be upsetting them because I tell them off every week. And that's another thing that I don't like about this game, is that players get really upset if you tell them off because they got a 5.9 in training. It's just like, why are you upset? Like, you need to be upset because 5.9 is not acceptable. We'll do as my assistant says for this one, but I will remember hopefully to do the opposition instructions, as I did forget to do that. Left foot and Darbo. So yeah, Art, morale isn't that bad, but they're just like playing really badly, and it's one of these. FM does this, and you have to do something that is different, and so this is the last chance for this team. If they play badly again, then they're going to be dropped, basically all of them, to the bench, and the reserve team can play next time, on the premise that they can't do any worse. He's not very brave. I think we probably need to tight mark him. Cafu. He's not very brave. It's probably a good idea he's not very brave. We do have players who can tackle in midfield, although they're not showing me that. Tight mark him and left foot as well. Let's take their midfield out of it. Oof, pace. Who's he? Caden Jackson. Good pace. Left foot and a hard tackle. And Baker. Let's tight mark him. I mean, the way it's looking, I'm actually looking forward to the Reading game, because we got more chance of beating Reading than we have of these teams who are not as good as us at the moment. So we'll do a hard tackle on him and left foot. And then Hugill, he's quite a good player actually, Hugill, isn't he, in FM? He's quite strong, he's brave. His composure's not all that good. I don't think I want to get too close to him, so we'll just, I don't know why. He wants me to hard tackle him. He's strong and brave. Left foot is weak. Okay. Last chance, boys. Should I go Now we are the away team. And if you don't perform today, all of you are on the bench in the next game. Last chance. And the pundits might not believe in us, but I do. In fact, I can see why the assistant is saying these things, because we shouldn't be where we are. And maybe the game is now, it's given me a good start, and now it's just addressing the fact we shouldn't be up the top. But they're on last chance ground. If you're not playing well enough, you can't be in the team. Oh, God. Again, it looks bad. It's looking bad already. We've got the ball. It's just our forwards again, isn't it? So how do we get our forwards scoring? And not give goals away from set pieces. I have a funny feeling we're going to give a penalty away in this game. That's what I'm thinking. Going to lose to a penalty. We haven't had a penalty against us for a while. But we don't look like a very good team at the moment. It's a bit annoying. Really what I should do is slow the game down and have a look at it. See what's going on. Go into comprehensive so I can actually see where we're going wrong, and we're losing the ball in midfield, which is never a good sign. Come on, boys, come on. Oh. What is the game telling me? What is it telling me? Let's encourage them. Let's just drop a bit of encouragement. They've had a lot of tellings off of lately. Nice. Come on, come on. That's all right. Slow it down. It's not too early to score. Oh, hit the post again. It's just not going to be our episode, is it? I think I might stop the episode now, because it's just not going to be our day. The machine needs to reset the numbers. It needs to be switched off. We're absolutely dominating the game, but unless you put one in the back of the net, we ain't going to win this. And I'm still sticking to they're going to score from a penalty, but we have finally, and it's that guy again from fullback. He scored our last goal. And we're relying on a fullback to score the goals. At least we've got one in. But at the moment, as a manager, I'm not jumping up and down. I don't feel like jumping up and down, like my nerves are shot. And I'm not going to change anything this time. We just do what we're doing. This is how we play best, so let's just do what we do. And if we can win this, then we put the pressure back on Reading again. And we help our morale. And I'd rather win in the league. That was poor. Who was that? That was O'Gwen. Panicked a little bit there, boy, didn't you? Do I want him closing down like that then too often? That winger is very, very fast. Good save. Who is the fast winger? Which one is the really speedy winger? Is it ODME? Yeah. I thought his pace was 17 when I looked at it just now. He suddenly dropped off a little bit in terms of his pace. Or is it Jackson? They're both very, very fast. Very pacey. So what we probably need to do is I don't want my fullbacks running at them at 90 miles an hour. And I want them closing down. I'm actually going to put him on a support role as well, because I don't want the fullbacks running at them at 90 miles an hour. But we've absolutely hammered them in this game. And we've only scored once. That's not good enough. Oh, come on, Geordie. They came back into the game a little bit there, but come on, let's make it 2. Before the break, come on, let's make it 2. Penny can score from this range. I've seen him do it. Oof, that was close. That was almost in. I have seen him do it. But not to be. Come on, boys. Come on. We got, again, 50% on target. This is good. We just got to put them in. What is that? That was an interesting corner. Didn't do us any good, but it was still an interesting corner. Oh, now we've got to defend one. I hate defending set pieces. Come on, tackle him. Oh, I have told them not to close down on the flanks, haven't I? There's the equaliser. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, I did say the idea is don't lose your next game. When you're in this bad run, just don't lose. At the moment, we're not losing. We will lose. I just know we're going to lose. He was offside. He was offside. They got away with one there. Sometimes the game, I know we're overachieving, but when you go into a phase like that, you then expect it. And I know this is how this is the quality of the team we are. Poor. And so when reality hits, it's horrible. And we were absolutely stuffing them. And we just can't score goals. Absolutely taking them apart. They've no right to be even anywhere near in the game. It's that full back again. Come on, let's put one in. Come on. Oh, too casual. Too casual. Again, another shot. Just not good enough. The team, it's actually telling me your team is not good enough. You've been overachieving. And they need a rocket. I don't like what I saw. Look, Langstaff, he's just not turning up anymore. I have to sell him. He's just decided I'm not turning up today. He has to be told. I'm furious. I'm really angry. That's like, and Corness needs to be told I'm furious. As well as Penny. These are like the Stonewall players. And if they don't play for you, you haven't got any chance. I'm not angry, Ben. It's the game is playing out probably as it should do. We had a start to the season we had no right to have, and the game is actually playing out now as it actually should. It's just hard to accept when you've done so well, and then suddenly you find your players are not showing up anymore, and that's part of management. That is like, who would be a football manager? I mean, you've only got to look at Man United in real life. Would you ever want to manage that shambles? They look like world beaters for 10 minutes against Aston Villa, and then they're absolutely chronic again. This is football. Oh, and we've gone ahead. Oh, boy. Oh, Bowden, out of nowhere. I'm still not jumping up and down, though. But we deserve to win. We are so much better than the opposition. We deserve to win. We must win. Yeah, Ben, don't go away. Can you have a word with Bowden? Ask him to get another one. Ah, boy. Come on. Shall I drop a bit of... I don't like encouraging the team because they get a bit complacent. But we'll try it. We are playing away, so to be 2-1 up away at Rotherham is quite good. Let's make some changes. Langstaff has picked up a little bit, but not a lot. Do I want to get rid of him? He could still score with a 6.4. I might keep him on. Nemain, again, like one of my top players, is playing really badly. And I don't know what to do with him. Actually, I haven't got a right winger who can replace him today. Corness is nervous. So let's bring Palmer on. Bowden needs to ease off the tacos a little bit. We don't want a red card. The other thing I could do is bring McGoldrick on as the pressing forward, but he's too old to run around as a pressing forward. Matt Penny again isn't playing very well, is he? But Nemain is the big worry. But I don't have anyone. Geordie Jones could come over here, couldn't he? And then Kedwin Scott, who hasn't played in a while, could come on for Nemain out there. Might be a good move. Langstaff is the worry. 6.4. I think we'll ask Langstaff. I can't do a touchline shout on him yet, but we'll ask Langstaff once we can do a touchline shout to focus a little bit more. Oh, another chance. Like, how many opportunities are we going to go before we give them a goal in time added on? To put one away and then I don't mind the late goal. And we're still not conceding many in the league. We're still conceding like less than one goal a game. But we're conceding a lot of late goals. Come on, Forson, you've got this. Come on. Yes! Yes! Yes, you are a lucky charm, Ben. Oh, boy. We needed that. We needed that. And that just, like, tells me that maybe Palmer needs to get more playing time. I've been reliant on these big-name players. Maybe the other boys need a little bit more playing time. Maybe it is that these guys are tired. Like O'Gwyn, he's very tired now. I don't have a right back. Where are my backs? Where are my full backs gone? Why didn't I put any of those on the bench? That's it. Just defend well. Don't mess about here. Well done. Goalkeeper claiming. Slow it down. Nice. I do need to take a Gwen off because he's absolutely exhausted. So I might put... what can I do? Have I got a right back who's playing as a centre-back? No. I've got Jody Jones who's unwell as well. He has recovered, Langstaff, a little bit, but not much. I need to get O'Gwyn off. I'm going to put Baldwin on and just play him as a no-nonsense full-back on defend. Just see the game out. So, this will be good. If we can actually get the 3 points from this will be good. But we got to keep them out. What happened there? Oh, we've gone to the top, have we? Oh, no, we are on top. Of course, they've got 2 games in hand. But are they drawing at the moment? Are Reading drawing at the moment? That'd be interesting. There is going to be another highlight. I think I do need to rotate the team for the next game. Like, games are coming thick and fast, like every 3 days. And it does take its effect on them. And I do think I need to rotate the team for the next game. Oi, that was a foul on my goalkeeper then. Oi, referee. And now at least I've got Baldwin, who's quite tall, on the far post. Got another tall... What, Penny, what are you doing? That's it, lump it clear. So we have gone 3 points clear. What's happened to Reading then? They are 0-0 with Millwall, so they've slipped up a little bit. If they win their 2 games in hand, they'll only be 3 points ahead now. So they've slipped up a little bit, and if we beat them, then that will be a magnificent result for us. Oh, finally, we've got a victory tonight. Finally. Oh boy. It was a good win away. What happened there? That was the stadium roof, was it? That was a good win. It's this fullback, 2 assists as well. This fullback's playing well, but he's getting very tired. But you were outstanding. We're still in it, despite that nonsense. We've got the replay of the cup now. Oh my god. I do think I need to rotate the team. We have to rotate this team now. And if it means going out of the cup, it means we go out of the cup. But they are going to be exhausted. So if we have a look at the schedule, we've got like Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Thursday, Sunday. It's just relentless. And then it goes Wednesday. At some point we have to rest this team, and it's got to be today. Hey Luis, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. So we are going to rest this team. And we look at the goalkeeper. He did play quite well last time. I'm going to give Aidan Stone a game in goal. And we're going to play Cameron and yeah, it'll be interesting. Let's go really controversial. I actually feel like I want to go out of the FA Cup. It's too many games. Cameron and Elaine. How many games has Elaine played? He did have a rest a little while back. So we'll leave him in. Cameron is left-footed though, isn't he? Yeah, so I need to swap those over. And then the fullbacks, we will give them a rest. Brindley can come on this side. Not going to play him. Play him as a fullback on support. He's not good enough to be a wing-back on attack. And we'll put Nemain's position on attack instead. And we will switch over the left back. I don't know why I didn't put a left back on the bench last time. Paul Osu could play. Chickson could play. I'm going to play Osu. Why not? He's a young lad. Give him a game. See what he can do. And then the likes of Palmer and Bostock. Or we can play Tom Pett. Tom Pett hasn't played in a while. So let's play Tom Pett. This is really gambling with this team now. Randall can come in as the winger. McGoldrick. Moraes. And Kedwin Scott. and we'll see what that team can actually do. It's probably going to be absolutely hammered. Yep, good. Happy New Year to you, Luis, over there in Portugal. You are, I guess, 1 hour ahead of us, aren't you? So where you are is just past 10 o'clock, I'm guessing. So you'll be 1 hour ahead. So this is the Work the Space skin TCS Work the Space. I was only actually going to use it as a temporary skin, but I've got used to it now. I quite like it. I'd like in game to have the league table and the results on the same page as my main analysis data. The fact that I have to switch over, I've got used to doing it now, but yeah, it's a good skin. It works okay. Who am I gonna put on the bench? I need fullbacks on the bench, don't I? So we will have Gibbons is still injured. Chickson can come on the bench, and it'll be quite strange if we actually do go and win this game now. Having just like put in a team that is absolute rubbish here. Who else am I going to put on the bench as a fullback? Right back. I'm really short at right back, can I? I wanted to rest him, but I will have to put him on the bench. Just hopefully not have to bring him on. Bowden. Or who's the other one I've got for midfield? Bostock for Bowden. Jody Jones is way too tired. In the main. Sam Austin. He hasn't been on the bench for a while. Some of these players are forgotten about. And Corness is probably the fittest of all the midfielders. I don't really want to be in the cup, but then I don't really want to lose this game. Colchester, we were so unlucky last time. So unlucky. But there was something that I did or I didn't do that cost us the game. And I'm just going to... Who's out? Who's this? Oh, the goalkeeper. So I do have to switch the goalkeepers back. I wanted to give you a game, but unfortunately I can't. So you'll have to sit on the bench instead. He wants me to play my full team. I don't want to. I'm tired of this cup nonsense. We're not going to win it anyway. Send him home. He's got a cold. Aline. 3 weeks with flu. Oh my God. So now we've got Aline out as well. Brilliant. So I'm not going to fall into any traps here with Cameron. Aline is out. I'm going to play Burjami. And rest the other fullback. I think what I'm doing is throwing this cup match. Because I do need to rest these players. They can't keep playing every 2 days and not suffer as a result. So what we're doing is we are throwing this cup match. But you never know. You just never know. I certainly can't play with a high line. I've got 2 real slow coaches playing there now. So we can't play with a high line. And I really don't want to be doing too much here. because we just simply haven't got a team capable of doing it. So we'll just go with this and see what happens. I think I need to close my eyes because we're going to get hammered, and it's one of those times that I don't care if we get hammered. I think the game was extremely cruel to me last time out. We should have won it last time. I'm not interested now. It's too many games. So we'll just go with this, see what happens. How come we're at home? How come we're at home in this replay? I thought we played at home last time. Maybe they haven't got a home ground. I'm pretty sure we played at home last time. But don't go and win this now, boys. That's the game. That will just show the game is corrupt. This team is useless. As I go out for a corner. This is like we should be getting hammered here. Look, to prove the game is not corrupt and give us a fair result here. Because this team is real. Is that a penalty, ref? It looked at me like a penalty. I've seen them given. But we should be getting beaten quite heavily here. So play the game properly, and everybody will go to bed tonight knowing that the game is not corrupt then. So I thought we were supposed to be as the away team here. Oh, is that the penalty, is it? We looked like we were going to have a penalty, but it's actually gone to the other team. Oh, boy. We should have had the penalty. Yeah, that's fine. It's no problem. We're not... I don't want to be in the cup. There's too many games for this squad. They can go away and play away at Manchester City next if they want to. I don't want to. And there's no expectation on us to actually do that. They've got not a bad team. They've got Connor Coventry in their team. They haven't got a bad team. So, fair play to them. But then we've got like Quansah, so maybe League One is getting to get some better team players into their teams on loan. And now they're taking us apart, aren't they? What was that goalkeeper doing? Oh, that was a camera dive. No, it's not going to be, is it? 3 shots, 0 on target, and that's all you need to know to know if you're losing the game or not. I know. Let's push the line up a little bit. Why not? Let's see what happens. We're losing the game, so you've got to make a change of some sort if you're not winning the game. We are winning the possession battle. And, yeah, let's go out there. Let's show everybody. Keep going. You aren't that bad. Look at Mariah, 6.3. You've not been good enough. Simple as that. And any more of this nonsense and you'll be coming off very soon. Get your act together. 6.3 is not good enough. Oh boy. It's not been the perfect episode tonight, but we haven't done that bad. We're still putting pressure on Reading at the top of the league. Okay, the cup competitions haven't been good, but I really don't care about the cups. We're going out of them eventually. I think it might be time to make some changes now, actually. Bring on the big guns, go attacking and surprise the living what's-it out of them. 60 minutes gone. They haven't actually... If I was managing them, I'd be worried senseless. Dominated the game, but they haven't put us away. So now I'm going to bring on the big guns for 30 minutes. And then go attacking and scare them to death. So he can go as a wing back on attack now. We can put him on support. And Marius. Langstaff can come on. I'm actually going to play Langstaff as an advanced forward. Let's just try him as an advanced forward up there. See, I think we've tried it before and it didn't make any difference. Forson can come on for a Scott. That's the 4, isn't it? And we're going to go at them now. We're going to counter press. We're going to up the tempo. We've got the higher line in place. And we're going to take that off. Just want to go and give them a fright. And we're going to go positive. Let's see if we can't steal this game. Who knows? Might give them a fright. Nothing seems to be happening though. One more substitution. Who can we bring on now? Tom Pett. We'll take him off. And bring on Bostock. Swap Bostock over with Palmer. I'm going to ask them to shoot on sight. Have a go. But it doesn't matter. We played our reserve team. We've got beaten only by a 0-0. So I'm not too bothered. We're out of the cup. That doesn't worry me either. Like we are going to win the FA Cup this season. Not a chance. Let's just get rid of it. We're not going to get criticised by the board. It sounds like me justifying my decision to play a rubbish team. Oh, what happened there? That's Langstaff again. He doesn't know where the goal is. He couldn't hit a barn door if it fell on him. He's having a really bad time, Langstaff. But he's the only one I've got, unfortunately. Don't trust any of the others. McGoldrick is too old to play up there. Mariah is like... Oh, penalty, ref. He's given a corner, not a penalty. Well, we're finishing the better team. Let's go attacking for the last 5 minutes. Let's attack for the last 5 minutes. See if we can't score a goal. We put on the big guns. I don't think it's going to work, but we tried. And we're still going to have another highlight. We're going to get back into this. We have got back into it. But Goldrick has scored. Oh boy. That were 1-1 and losing on penalties would be okay. That'll be alright. But it'll go to extra time first, won't it? Talk about wearing the players out. Thank goodness I actually put a reserve team out here today. Just talk about wearing out the team. Come on, before full time. Let's win it before full time. It's not going to be. It's not going to be. Can I make another sub in extra time? I don't know. Look, he's out on his feet, Matt Palmer. So if I can bring Corness on, put Bostock up there. Osu is out on his feet. I want to make him... We'll make him a fullback on defend. Trigger press less often. Ease off the tackles. Sit narrower. Dribble less. Shoot less often. Shorter passing. That's it. Just don't do anything, basically. And then who else is tired? McGoldrick. We'll just tell him dribble less. Close down less. Don't want him marking. Take fewer risks, shoot less often, hold his position, just hold up the ball. Do nothing, basically. Save your energy. I've only got 2 who are particularly tired. So maybe let's show everybody. Keep going, keep going. We got this. We've got this. Come on. Oh boy. I do not like the cup competitions. FM cup competitions drive me nuts. I do not like them. But we do have a corner. McGoldrick swinging in the corner. Could do with our big central defenders not having the flu at the moment. That's another cheat. Oh! Come on, come on. Come on. Oh, that's a penalty as well, ref. What is going on here? Was that a corner? Well, we're certainly finishing the stronger team. But we're just not getting our shots on target, are we? So let's tell McGoldrick. I want more from him. Fire him up. Come on. You've got this. It's just like, this is like incredible. It's going to penalties, isn't it? Of course it's going to penalties. Penalty, ref, that's the 3rd claim. Yes, this time he's given it. But are we going to miss it? It's Langstaff to take it, is it? Is it Langstaff? Yeah, then he's not playing very well. Oh boy. Come on. Yes. We've done them with my reserve team. Yes. I can't take McGoldrick off, can I? I could take him off if he's extremely tired, but he's not injured. He can just run himself into the ground now. And now I need to go back to a more balanced style of play. I don't want to be doing anything absolutely outrageous. What tactic do you recommend if my players have low mentals? Basically, you've just got to think about what can they do and what can't they do. Have you watched that video I did on the tactic? If you got really bad mentals, they can't do anything. Like your defense with bad mentals, they're going to make mistakes. They're going to mistakes are made with a poor first touch or a bad pass, or their composure is poor and they panic on the ball. That's why defenders make mistakes and lose goals. I am very happy, actually, about this cup result. I played to lose and won. The game is corrupt. And if we look at this team, Trenema, then basically what I'm doing here is I'm not counter-pressing or I'm not counter-attacking, and the reason is that we can't do them. We don't have the attributes as a team in order to counter-attack. We don't have enough pace. We don't have the vision or the passing. Our forwards, midfielders don't have the off the ball. So counter-attacking is pointless. We're not going to be able to do it. And the same with counter-pressing. We don't have the aggression. We don't have the work rate. We don't have the decision making or the anticipation to counter-press. So we end up just running around like headless chickens. And so it's better not to do it. If you can't do it, don't do it. Having these things off, it doesn't mean that they're not going to counterattack. It doesn't mean that they're not going to counterpress. It just means that they're not going to do it all the time. And so maybe they're going to be less enthusiastic about it, I guess. And they're going to make a balance between regrouping and counterpressing all the time. And a balance between holding their shape. With the line, if you've got poor mentals, your line needs to be lower. Especially if your defence have got really bad mentals. Drop your line back. And I know people like to have a high line. But if you've got bad mentals, then they're going to make mistakes because they don't have the time. When they're receiving the ball, they're going to be under pressure. So you've got a team that presses well, then they are collecting the ball and they've only got a split second to deal with it. If their mentals are poor, they're going to make mistakes. Drop them back a little bit. It gives them a little bit more time. When the ball comes to them, they've got a little bit more time to deal with the press that's on them, and they're less likely to make a mistake. And that's why we are getting this constantly. Across all saves, we are getting this goals conceded best in the league, and that's why it's happening, because we're not so aggressive in terms of our tactic. Again, if your mentals are not good, then that means that composure's not good, then your decisions are not good, and possibly your vision isn't good. So you don't want to be spraying passes around at a really high tempo, because that means they're offloading the ball really quickly and they can't do it. Their passing and their mentals is not good enough to do it. So you've got to slow it down for them so that they can do it. Think about the team as a whole, and their attributes as a whole, and then adjust your tactic accordingly. Help them. That's what we do as a manager, is help them based on what they can do and what they can't do. I hope that explains it. I don't know if it did. Hi, Gillian. And that's how it works, Killian. And now what you're doing is basically as we are doing here, we're just playing to what this team can do and what it can't do. We're not going to win every game. As you see, we're not winning every game. But we're top of the league. And we have scored, we're fourth best in terms of goals scored, and we are best in terms of goals conceded. And this is the important one. And by being defensively solid, we are going to make less chances. We're not going to create as many chances as Reading, for example, who are much more attacking. But they are conceding more goals than we are. So it's all about balance. What do you want to do? Where's your risk going to go? And if your team have poor mentals, then really you can't risk attacking too much. And I guess, yeah, that's what that video was all about. It's just, it was a realization. You know, you have those light bulb moments. And I think Ben and Andy, correct me if I'm wrong, that it was during this Notts County save that I actually figured this out, that, this is what we need to do. I had one of those, oh my good Lord moments. And I think it was playing this one that I realised what we needed to do. And it works. And I've been surprised to find out how successful it is. And thank you for your feedback, Killian. I also had somebody else leave a comment in the comments saying that they were playing with AC Milan. They couldn't defend for toffee, and suddenly now they're the best defensive team in the world. And it is about balancing risk. That's all you're doing, is balancing the risk. Don't attack too much if you can't do it. I think that's probably the best and easiest way to explain it. Did I rest them? I know I do need to rest them. No, not yet. What day is it? So I hope that helps you out a little bit. Sometimes I'm aware I don't explain things very well. But I hope you can see what I'm trying to say there. There's a lot of tired players here, aren't there? Let's give them, I think we should give them all a day off. Just give those guys a day off. Like I did, you could play any formation. I don't think formation really matters. You could play anything. And you, with the tactic is not the formation. The formation is just coverage of the pitch. So basically, you need to just use that, basically. Where am I weak on the pitch? And then adjust your player roles to fill in the gaps. You can use any formation as long as you've got the pitch covered. Then you can use any formation. I'm not a great believer that formations and shape actually alter the way you play. What makes the difference is the instructions you give them, both as a team and as players. Yeah, I just use, if you notice in the video that I made, I used a basic 4-2-3-1. I could have equally used a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-2, whatever. What really matters is the instructions you give them and how quickly they're able to learn how to play it in the way that you want them to play. Oh, the big match coming up. Oh, this is the big test, isn't it? I do like playing these big games. So yeah, don't worry too much about your formation. Just worry about making sure that you're not asking them to do stuff they can't do. And this is where people can't work things out. Can't figure out why things are going wrong because oh, look at this, absolute rubbish. Because basically they're asking their team to do things that they can't do. And I know if you are setting up a tactic, you're tempted to say, yeah, I want to play this way. I want to be really attacking and I want to go do this, play down the wings. I also want my centre mid bursting forward. Your centre mid may not be able to do that. And you just make sure you don't ask them to do things they can't do. And that's where your success will come. Just getting them to do things that they can do. Like you'll notice that I didn't give this team any opposition instructions at all last time because I just didn't believe that they were capable of actually carrying them out. So no point in me asking my fullbacks to mark someone when they just can't do it. No point in me asking the fullbacks, close down the fullbacks where they just are not capable of doing it. So what was the point of giving them instructions? And we won the game. I don't know how, but the game rewards you if you actually get your instructions right. And that's why you end up beating big teams and you don't understand why you've beaten them, because you've got your instructions right. The game knows when the instructions are right. The beauty of doing it this way is that I now have a lot of things that I can do if things are not going well. And the first thing I'm going to look at when things are not going well is my defensive line. And it might be that the line is too low. And if you're being pressed and being all the play is in this area of the pitch, you want to move your line up. So this gives you lots of options in terms of what you can do. If things are still not working out, you can then press them. Okay, I'm going to go and press them now. See if that makes a difference. If that doesn't work out, right, I'm going to up the tempo. You've got lots of options to try in game, and they will still have tons of energy left to do what you ask them. So I guess this way seems to work really well. We might have found something. I'm just glad it's working out for you guys. And yes, Trenema, yeah, definitely always consider what are they capable of doing it. And when you go and have a look at your comparison, and let's find something that's good. Oh, now you might see this, you look at this and you say, we are absolutely brilliant at passing. No, we're not. Passing is 11.47. That is terrible. We cannot pass the ball. Just in this league, everybody else is really poor. It does not mean that we can pass the ball. And passing is not a standalone. So if we add to that the mentals that are involved, which will be the composure, which would be composure's 11 again. That's terrible. Decision making is really bad. Concentration is poor. Flair is awful. Vision is absolutely awful. We don't pass the ball very well. So you can look at that and think, oh yeah, we're great passers of the ball. Let's go and play with a really high tempo because we can pass the ball. No, we can't. So don't be fooled by that comparison. It just means that the rest of the league are really poor. We need to focus on what we can do. And I want to help them to maximize their passing ability. Welcome back, Ben. So, yeah, I hope that helps you guys. Sometimes I don't explain things very well. But I hope that helped. He wants me to put my first team. I want to get this game done. We can beat Reading. So we'll put. The only problem is I don't have my. Yeah, he's still ill, isn't he? Elaine is still ill, which is a bit of a shame. But I've got Kwanzaa and Cameron. They'll do well. And then who's my main fullback? I need big games from these boys. I need really big games from them. Yeah, we are still top of the table, Ben. We are 3 points clear. We played 2 more games, but we're 6 points clear of Charlton. Now we have to play Reading, and this is going to be really interesting. So Bowden and Corness. I'm just wondering about Bowden. Is he tired? Should Palmer play? Is Bowden really tired and his form suffering? Be a big call to leave him out in a big game like this. He shouldn't be tired. He should be well up for it. So we're going to put Bowden in there. And the main, we need big games from all these boys now. Nemain has to come in here. They were rested for that mega cup tie. And Forson, McGoldrick, it's a tough call that, but I want to play. McGoldrick's too old. Jody Jones can come in on the wing, and then Langstaff up front. Chickson, Brindley, Bostock. I need a defender. Barjami can come in as the defender. Bostock, McGoldrick, Marias, Palmer, maybe. Well, he's tired. Palmer or Bostock, Palmer probably, and Randall and Marias. Randall can play either side. Okay. It was a tough call. I don't expect us to beat Reading. I expect this to go... Oh, no way. No way, FM. You've taken out my best player at the moment, just before the big game. No way. Well, it has to be Brindley then. I don't believe it did that. Oh, I'm struggling for right back. So Osu will have to come onto the bench. He can play as a right back, but he's not very good. Thank you very much, FM. Thank you very much. He's like been the best player in the last couple of weeks. And yeah, let's take his best player out. Why not? give him a good Christmas present. Oh, nasty game. Nasty game. These boys have set for Brindley, and I actually haven't worn these either. Getting a little bit Fed up of new players appearing. FM plays dirty. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess if it didn't, the game would be really too easy. If it didn't play dirty, we'd all just like win everything all the time. So I guess it has to play dirty. Oh boy. But are we going to lose to Reading today? I fancy this is probably going to be... This is going to be Stockport. We know what happened with Stockport. No, I'm not going to cautious. Be more disciplined. Actually, that's probably not a bad thing to do, be more disciplined. And the reason why it's not a bad thing to do is that we don't have a lot of flair. We're not blessed as a team with flair. So I think that's a pretty good call from the assistant. Just for this game, just be more disciplined. Don't try anything silly. I think that's a good call. Do I want to do anything with the fullbacks? No. Brindley now. I'm tempted to make him a fullback on defend. Because he's kind of not... His attacking stuff is not very good. First touch is awful. Tempted to make him just a no-nonsense fullback. Just get rid of it. Don't try to do anything with it. Just get rid of it. And that will be that. We'll look at the opposition instructions. They are very fit. But I don't do badly against these teams. I think it will be close. We'll left foot him. And Mola will right foot him. What was his composure? His composure was really poor, wasn't it? Composure, decision. I'm going to close him down. Composure and decisions are very poor. Let's close him down. Aziz, pace again. But hard tackle and right foot. 4-4-2. I haven't played against a 4-4-2 for a while. Was it right foot or left foot? Right foot. And the midfielders, he needs closing down and left foot. And this guy must be the creative one. His passing isn't very good, but he can spot a pass. I think I need to tight mark him. Just tight mark him. Just get one of my boys on him and tight mark him. And then Iraja. Hard tackle him. And maybe I'll close him down. He's not the paciest boy in the world. No, we're not going to close him down because he's up against Brindley, isn't he? And then, which one is this? The Wanderer or the... No, he's the advanced forward. He wants him tight marked. No pace. He's very tall and very good in the air. I'm not going to tight mark him. I'm just going to put him on his left foot. I'm a bit concerned about his ability in the air. Sam Smith is likely to be wandering a little bit. Composure and decisions are poor. Flair's poor. Positioning's poor. Don't really want to do anything with him at all. Just turn him onto his right foot. He's not a very good player. And we should be able to deal with him. Well, can we win this? Hey, Oleg. Started my first ever FM save with Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, what I would say on corners, I'm not the greatest myself. I hate set pieces because I simply leave it all to my assistant manager. Um, Not my assistant manager, to the set piece coach. I'm not that great. And I hate set pieces, defending set pieces, because I know I'm vulnerable, because I don't put any effort into it. My advice to you would be find the best set piece coach that you can find, and leave it to him. I think that being 11th in the table, Oleg, is probably because, not just because of set pieces, it's your defending in general. And I would have a look again, go back and have a look at their attributes and find out, are you asking them to do things they can't do? That's what I would do, Oleg. And once you've got your defense sorted out, then you're going to do well. Because if teams can't score against you, then you're going to do well. Yeah, I would go back, have a look at the team attributes and see if you're asking them, because it's Arsenal and they should be doing really well. Find out if you're asking them to do things that they can't do. Saying because our set piece coach is 19. Yeah, I can't understand why you're giving away so many. The other thing that you can do is when that match preparation email comes in and he says this is what we're going to be doing in terms of our defense and our set pieces and what have you, get him to do defending set pieces. You can change that and get him to do defending set pieces. And that, we mile wide open there, but their finishing was dreadful there. And then he might, just like for a while, focus on defensive set pieces. Also, you can slot it into your training. In training, get them to focus on defending set pieces. Well, this is not working out. We're having a bit of a thumping here in the first 18 minutes. Nemain is taking a knock. Oh, it's not happening for us. This is going to be Stockport all over again, isn't it? So something is not working here because we are having a thumping. We've got to change something. And the first thing I'm going to start with is the line. And it is possible that our line is allowing them too much space. The problem is with key highlights is you don't know. So have a system that you go through. Tighten it up. Absolutely. And I'm going to get them closer together, Ben. Compress the pitch a little bit. Get them closer together. But we're still getting a thumping. Average jumping reach is 17. That's pretty good. Like, I'd be very happy. I think it's, I don't know why that's happening to you in terms of set pieces. My instinct would be change the set piece coach, because he's obviously not good enough. Despite he might not be working well with the team, I'd just change him. If it's going to be a big problem, change the set piece coach. They are doing well, actually. Keep going. Even Langstaff's on a 6.6. You weren't that bad, mate. It was like the biggest game of the season, Ben, and nothing happened apart from one corner, was it, for Reading? After I pushed the line up, we just kind of like closed the game down entirely. And I'm wondering if they get tired, the last 15 minutes or so, we might look to put some pressure on them. Although we are the away team, and I don't really want to do. I'm tempted to do something. Let's go and have a look if some changes need to be made now. Raise the tempo. You think go for it, Ben? I'm willing to listen to you guys. because at the moment it's a stalemate. But would you accept a stalemate? Jody Jones is having a poor game. But now I've used the winger that I had. This game is nasty, isn't it? I don't have two wingers on the bench, so now it's the left winger's having a bad game after injuring the right one. This game is so cruel. And Cameron is having a poor game. That's interesting. So Berjami has to come on. Brindley, of course, is playing badly because it's already injured. Forson is not playing extremely well, but he's playing better than Jody Jones. So we'll put Forson out on the wing and bring Marias in as the attacking mid. Do you think so, Ben? Then again, away from home. I just feel like you might be right, but is it too early? Or maybe I'm going to do it for the last 15 minutes. And bring fresh legs on for the last 15 minutes. Where I think we're doing okay. To get a point away from home against Reading would be a good result. And coming up to the last 15 minutes here. Let's even go 10 minutes. So nothing is happening in this game. And they are getting more and more tired. I want to go and have a look at their... This is like a bit of cat and mouse here. Look how tired they are. So Ben Elliott. Hard tackle him. Don't need to do any more than that with him. We've got to remember we're getting tired as well. Caelan Vickers. Probably needs tight marking. Oof, pace. No, we don't want to tight mark him. Just left foot. Left foot and hard tackle him. And then Charlie Savage. Just close him down. He's got a kind of a long shot. Right foot, close him down. We've got this. We can do this, boys. Come on. Don't need to do anything with him. And then, like, Bowden 6.9. Corness is on a 7, so he's playing quite well. Penny, I'm going to put him on as a fullback. No, not him. No nonsense, because he's not very good. So Penny can go on attack. No, we're going to leave him on support. We don't need to do anything other than go positive and up the tempo a little bit. And let's see. And let's take that off. And let's see if we can't surprise them. Who else needs to come off? Corness, I don't want to take him off. Bowden. Matt Palmer, possibly. And then we'll leave one in case of an injury. That's Robbie Savage's son on loan from Man... Oh, is it? Oh, like that's quite interesting. Oh, come on, boys. We got this. Come on. We just, like the last few minutes, we have got the match momentum. Can we do it? Can we do it? It's coming up to full time. I'll take a point away at Reading. I'll be more than happy with that. I think we're going to get it as well. It's going to be a 0-0 draw. I will take that. And they are much... That's a very satisfying result. They are a much better team than we are. And we went and got a point from them. And I will take that. Absolutely. And so, as we come up to the end of this episode, we are still top of the league. Marias is injured now. Oh boy. And we have somehow stayed on top of the league. And what's more, we are still in the cup. I don't know how we've done this. Like, where did we come in? 1-1. We've won 2, drawn 2, and lost 1 again, same as last time. And it's like, oh boy, this is tough. They're not a good team, and managing them is tough. And we're doing a good job. And I thought we were going to sneak that one, but we didn't get there in the end. We are still the best in terms of our defensive record. We're still a very, very good team. In terms of the way we are set up, we're a terrible team in terms of our ability. But we just need to keep going, doing what we're doing. I mean, if we can get promoted again, I mean, be like coming out of the Vanarama, promoted first season, promoted second season. Oh boy, that'll be good. Well, that's it for tonight, and hope that was okay, and hope you guys, Oleg and Trenema, hope that the advice was helpful. It's the only thing that I can think of to actually do. The set pieces one is tough. I just changed my set piece coach because I'd just get annoyed with him and just sack him. I don't know if that will help. With Arsenal, I don't know why you're struggling, because we managed to get them to the top. Best defensive team in the league. I can't understand. Arsenal are a good team. Just make sure you're not asking them to do stuff that they can't do. Cheers, Ben, and we will see you next time. What day is it today? It's Tuesday. We'll see you on Thursday. And let's hope we can keep this going and stay top. We're doing really well. Let's keep it going. See you later, guys. Have a great time. Have a good night. And enjoy your FM saves. And we'll see you again on Thursday. Take care, guys. Thanks for coming.